guys, welcome back to my channel. I am back with another video, and today I want to talk about tape-in extensions. I've had them for over a month now. I've had different type of hair extensions before. I would use clip-in extensions, and it is kind of a hassle. Just like taking them in and out. Tape-in extensions are already in. You don't have to worry about reapplying them every time you get ready. Some girls just kind of want the volume and the length for just that one day. So tape-in extensions are definitely a little bit more long-term. They do last longer. So if you are a girl that kind of just doesn't really like maintenance and just prefers wearing clip-ins just because it's easier for you and you can just take them in and out, then yeah, maybe this video is not for you. But if you're a girl that loves volume and length and you know you don't really have the time to be applying in clip-in extensions all the time, then I think you should keep watching this video. So I'm basically just gonna go over pros and cons, cost, maintenance, and just like do's and don'ts about tape-in extensions. I just really love them, so I just want to tell you guys everything that I know about them, I guess. Just start off with what tape-in extensions are. So what they are is basically they're just these little strips. They look like this. They're called wefts, and basically what your stylist is going to do is section your hair from the back and work her way up. So with that being said, she takes a weft. I'm just going to show you an example of what it looks like. My hair is really dirty and oily right now. I am going to actually wash my hair after this so I can show you how to wash your hair with tape-in extensions. So this is basically what it looks like. And they're all around your head. And there's basically two wefts. There's one on the bottom and then there's one on the top. So like, let me get this section real quick. So there we go. So they basically take a thin layer of your hair and they sandwich your real hair in between each weft. And they start from the bottom and then they work up into the top. So here's what they look like. They take the hair and then they sandwich it. This is one that fell out of my hair. Well, it was falling out of my hair. They sandwich it on like that. They do sometimes slip, not all of them, but maybe one or two. I have had mine in for about a month, so I think only two have slipped out. That's one that I just haven't reapplied. So when they do slip out and you don't want to go back to the salon, and it's not typically one like in the back, say if it's not an extension that fell out from the back, say it's one from up in the front, one that you can reach, one that you can see, it is so easy to reapply. It's technically just medical tape. It's just like an adhesive tape that is on here. Each weft has that. So when it does slip off and you want to reapply it yourself, I would recommend, again, if you can reach it and you can see it, I wouldn't go to the salon just to reapply one or two of them. What I did was I just bought some replacement tape on Amazon. I will put a link down below. But you can also find the tapes at Sally's, I believe, and possibly beauty brands. But they're at Sally's for sure. Oops. Or you can just order them online. And then they come in a little sheet like this. And this is just for if you want to like reapply a couple of them. I wouldn't recommend putting your own tape-in extensions just because it's hard to see the back of your head. And if you've never really, you know, had them before, I have no idea of how they work or how they're applied, or if you're not like a hairstylist or beautician. I mean, I wouldn't recommend doing them yourself, but if you're confident enough, I guess you can go ahead. But me personally, I'd be like too scared to freaking tape my fingers together. But again, if it's just one or two that flipped out from the front that you can see, and basically you just cut off a little strip like this, and it's literally like a sticker. So then you peel the one side off, and then you stick it onto one of the wefts. I'm not really sticking it on here, but I'm just kind of like demonstrating. So then it will kind of look like that. And then you go ahead and stick it on to your other piece. So when you go into section a thin piece of your hair, and then that's when you will just like sandwich it on top of each other with the hair in between. Again, I'm not like a professional or anything, but just to save you some money, like if you have a few little slip ups towards the front that you can see, I would recommend doing that. Save you some coin. This little sheet was probably like $10, and these tapes last about 6 to 8 weeks. Again, you don't have to get these tapes, but these are the ones that I got. You will save coin that way. Again, it is human hair. Treat it how you would treat your hair, or the best way you could possibly treat your hair. Washing. I would not recommend, if you're someone who like washes your hair every day, then tape-in extensions are not for you. I only wash mine once a week. You can wash them up to 2 times a week. Try to avoid aggressive like scrubbing of the scalp. Just be gentle, kind of rub in between each. Let me give you a little example. So I would like get up in here where there's not particular, just go around the tapes. Gently go around the tapes. Rinse, don't use super hot water. You're gonna like get the adhesive loose, and it will stick less. So when you go into condition your hair, after you shampoo your hair, do not put the conditioner on your scalp, but condition from the mid hair down to the ends. Don't put conditioner on your scalp. That's gonna lessen the effects of the adhesive tape and make your hair extensions not last as long. Another thing, in between washes, I would recommend getting a dry shampoo. Doesn't matter the brand, just get yourself a dry shampoo. This will help your extensions last longer, help your hair smell better, and then just get that oiliness out of your scalp. So dry shampoo is a must if you're gonna have tape-in extensions. You can't wash your hair as much, so get yourself some dry shampoo, and don't spray this directly onto the wefts. Again, go around the wefts and
then kind of just like work it in there.
If you're not taking care of your hair extensions properly, they're not going to last as long. And then if you really do like them, you're obviously going to want to go back to the salon and get them reapplied. So I haven't done it yet. I'm going this Thursday. I'm going to go ahead and do another video for you guys to show you how they reapply them. So that will be another video. Your hair grows out obviously with the tape-in extensions. So what they do is when they grow out, they need to move the tapes back up closer to your scalp, because when they grow out, they'll start to show, and it just will look less natural, and it'll just be so obvious that you're wearing tape-in extensions. You do not want the wefts to show, so that's what they do. They go ahead and move them up. I think it will run you about $100 to move them up. So until then, you want to try to like make sure you're taking care of your hair. You're not going to want to buy a whole new pack of hair or new packs of hair. You want your extensions to last as long as possible because they are expensive going into the cost kind of. So $100 to move the tape-ins up. That is just to move them up. So when you go in, you know, you're gonna want a wash and probably like a blowout. That's not included with the $100. Again, that's the price for my salon. I don't know about any other salons. You might want to call and ask ahead for their pricing, but $100, that's just to move them up. You're gonna want to get your hair cleaned and your extension cleaned. They retape each extension, so you might want to call your salon or your stylist to see how much it might run you, because you know it is a lot of work for the hairstylist. Now, the cost to install them for the first time is where it gets really expensive. So a pack of hair extensions, you're gonna want human hair, obviously. Installation typically costs $200 to $600. That's just to install them. This price is not including the hair itself. So the hair itself can run you about $92 to maybe $130 a pack of hair. Now that is just a pack of hair. So you might need a couple of those. I have really, really thick hair, so I needed about probably like 7, I think it was about 7 packs, and each pack ran me about $92. So that's $644 just for the hair, the tape and hair extensions itself. So $644, your fee to get them installed, we'll say about $300. Every salon's prices are different. So $944. Well, that's what I paid. So the thinner your hair is, of course, the less packs of hair that you have to buy. I think normally a person would need like 4, maybe 4 packs. So your hair will probably be running you between $300 to $400. So every brand is different. Hair extension brand, you can go with there's so many brands out there. I'll link a couple down below. So you want to keep that in mind when you're planning to get them. If that's the money that you want to be spending on your hair, you have to take consideration of how much it will cost to put them in. You have to take in consideration of, you know, tipping your stylist, because it is a lot of work. Always tip your stylist, please. Like, they're there to make you look beautiful, and they take their time, and if they do a good job, like, why not tip them, you know? So that's what you're kind of looking at as far as that. And then again, like I said, they slip out from time to time, so I would recommend getting some replacement tape for them and just do your maintenance at home, so you don't have to run to the salon every time 1 or 2 or 3 fall out. Make sure that it's at the front and somewhere you can see that you can physically apply by yourself. Now, if you have a sister or a friend or a mom and you're confident in just letting them like install a couple of them, say some of them fall off in the back, and they can see the back of your head. If you're comfortable with them doing that, like, it's really easy. It's just kind of like a sticker. It's like sticker hair. The maintenance, like I said, it ran me almost $700 for this hair. So I want to make sure that it lasts and I keep up with it. So again, no conditioner in the roots, no leave-in conditioner at the roots, no type of oil or serums in the root, because again, it will wear down the adhesive and they will slip out. Don't use hot water when you wash your hair. No swimming. So if you're gonna have tape and extensions, I would highly recommend, I know it's summertime and I clearly have tape and extensions, but I actually regret getting them during the summertime because I feel like I can enjoy my summer activities, okay? So chlorine, if you're a girl, colored hair, no colored hair, you know chlorine water is bad. It's damaging. It's crappy for your hair. Same thing for your tape and extensions. You're paying all this money for your tape and extensions. You don't want to ruin them. So I would recommend getting them in the fall or the winter time. That's just my opinion. So you don't want to miss out on doing fun stuff like that, going to lake or going swimming. So that is another thing. So no chlorine water. Another thing that I like to do is after I take a shower, after I wash them, I like to use a leave-in conditioner So I go ahead and spray that. It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In Product Spray. It detangles, controls frizz, adds shine. It's good for damaged hair. Seals, protects hair color, and protects from heat. So I like to put this in mi pelo. I like to use this oil. Again, don't apply any of these to your roots. Ends only, mid to ends. This is an oil by L'Oreal. It's a really good heat protectant, adds a lot of shine, reduces frizz. This will ensure that your hair extensions stay nice, soft, and shiny for a long time. It's Mythic Oil by L'Oreal. Again, I'll have everything linked down below. So heat protectants, serums, leave-in conditioners are all the best things for your hair extensions. They're going to ensure that they last. It is like hair. This is human hair, so treat it like how you would treat your own hair, except you paid for it. Another thing I use is just a heat protectant. Again, you know, especially if you style your hair a lot, get you a heat protectant. This is another one that you can also use. The more packs of hair that you have, the better, because you want your hair to blend and look full, and you just want to make sure that you have enough hair. So please keep in mind,
you're gonna need some money to throw down.
yeah, you want it to look good as possible. So the more packs, to me, the better. So some pros about having tape-in extensions: you can style it as normal, as you would style your own hair. You can add lighter strands of hair, kind of just add a little bit more contrast to your hair without damaging it completely. Compared to other hair extensions, the wefts are they're very fine, they're very thin, so your scalp and the top of your head is not going to feel really bumpy compared to other extensions like keratin extensions, sew-in extensions, or even clip-in extensions. They lay down so flat on your head that it's like so comfortable. Like, they disguise very, very well. So that is another thing. It's not bulky, like your head's not going to look crazy. Cons: they are very pricey. That is a con. Another con maybe is just the maintenance, just keeping up with everything. You want them to last long, like I said. I'm just gonna show you guys the shampoo that I use. I always get a small shampoo, especially right now, because I'm not like shampoo happy, because I have tape-in extensions and I get a big conditioner. I just love conditioner. It just leaves your hair feeling super, super, super silky. You might want to get a shampoo that has no sulfates in it, that's not very drying. Kind of get you like a oil renewing shampoo or moisture shampoo, because you want the least drying shampoo possible. Make sure that you're brushing them gently. Do not brush from root to bottom. You always want to start from the ends gently and then kind of just work your way up. Another thing is, I would not recommend brushing them when they're wet, because wet hair is slightly weaker. So if you go in trying to brush your extensions while they're wet, you will cause damage and you will cause breakage. And you always want to get a good brush too. I always get the wet brushes. So do not sleep with your hair extensions wet.
Do not go to sleep with your hair extensions wet.
You will get itchy scalp, flaky scalp, dry scalp. Just don't go to sleep with wet hair extensions. You shouldn't go to sleep with wet hair regardless. Another thing is, when you are sleeping, if you do not have like a silk pillow, which I recommend every woman get a silk pillow, it's gonna leave your hair just doing so much better in the long run. Something about cotton pillows or like other types of fabric that's in our pillows tend to give us very dry hair, split ends. I don't know if we're all just like rubbing our heads on our pillows, but it has been said that silk pillows are the best pillows to have for the most, healthiest, so that you can have healthy hair. Excuse me, I can't talk. So yeah, silk pillows are the best if you're wanting healthy, gorgeous, shiny hair. Braiding it. So braiding it is going to ensure that it's not getting roughed and scruffed and tangled up. So what I do is I usually just take I section it. You can put it in one braid if you want, but I like to do 2 Pocahontas braids just because my hair is really thick in general. And then when I added all the extra hair, I just feel like it made it even unbelievably thick. So if I put it in one braid, it's just like ridiculously fat. It looks like a big fat doo-doo braid. So I just go like that. That's how I go to sleep. Make sure you have your silk pillow. You can find them on Amazon, the dollar store, doesn't matter. They also have a remover solution that you can buy online. I think it's called Inspire. I'm not sure. Just Google like tape-in extension removal serum or something. Just, you can find it online. If one's slipping out and you kind of don't want to rip your hair out. I just use rubbing alcohol, but you can buy the solution if that makes you more comfortable, and you can kind of just like ease that bad boy out. But to remove all of them from your hair, I would not recommend. I would go to the salon or some type of hairstylist professional, because you will rip your hair out, and we want to prevent damage, girls. I think I pretty much covered everything. You just make sure that you're making sure you're brushing it at least 2 times a day. I feel like I brush it more than that. I bought like a mini wet brush for my purse. While I'm out in the go, I probably look like a high maintenance
Psycho.
But they do get really tangled. That's just a part of it. Really long ones, I got 22 inches. I don't know if you can see. If you are a tool girl and you literally use a tool every day, I wouldn't recommend getting tape-in extensions. Yeah, you could use heat protectant, but like, I don't know, like if you're putting heat to these
bad boys every day, even
with the heat protectant, you are gonna go through your weave pretty quick. Like, there's gonna be some damage involved. I don't recommend blow drying them. So if you're a blow dryer girl, you might want to like second guess it. Again, you pay a lot of money for the hair. Blow drying causes a lot of damage, so I just let mine air dry. I know a lot of people like to blow dry their hair. I try to wash my hair on my days off as soon as I wake up. My hair is thicker, so it does take my hair and the hair extensions to it takes a long time to dry. And I do a hair mask on my extensions, just on the ends, once a week. Just to make sure that they last long and they stay moisturized and looking shiny and new. This is a month of, this is what they look like after a month. There is 2 ways that I wash them. So I'm going to show you here just kind of like what I do. So I basically take all of the hair on the top where the hair extensions are not applied, and I call this a crown wash. So this is what I call a crown wash. So basically take all the hair that's on the top, leaving out the tape-ins. So like I said, the more you wash it, it's gonna loosen, it's gonna loosen the adhesive of the wefts, and they will fall out faster. You don't want them to fall out, you want them to stay in as long as possible. This is what I do in between washes. I just take my crown, and then if I like had a lot of hairspray or products in my hair, in my actual extensions, I'll just shampoo gently mid to the ends, avoiding the strips, avoiding the scalp. And then I go ahead and rinse that out, condition, and then I unclip the top, and I go ahead and I wash my crown and my head. And I can get in the scalp because there's no tape-ins in the top. And condition the ends, avoiding, again, the scalp, because we're trying not to wet the tape-ins. So this is what I do between washes. I will insert a picture of how it looks like, nice and clean, I guess. So yeah, you guys, thanks for watching my video. If you guys have any more questions or if you feel like I left anything out, feel free to comment down below. This is the first time that I've ever had tape-in extensions, so I'm liking it. I'm just sharing you guys of what I know and my knowledge that I've learned so far. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys
on the next one.
And if anyone out there actually decides to get the tape-in extensions, following me on Instagram and tag me, and I
would love to see how your hair came out.
But make sure you put it before and after, because I love before and afters. So yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for watching.